Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Lunar New Year. Happy Huishinatiria Nyatara New Year, the fire horse. It is here, it is here, it is here. Huishinaturia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 17 seconds on the timer. All right. Welcome into the sacred space. Welcome in the elements, earth, air, wind, fire, water. Just give you a little smudge. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Some of you might still be shedding. Maybe you're cocooning, you're in that sacred space. Some of you might be coming out of that, having a little bit more energy. You may be integrating. You may be activating even more, okay? So welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, not sure what we're going to talk about today, but I just wanted to say hello. You'll see the kiddo probably moving around. He is taking a rich day. We're taking a rich day, a rest, a day for him. And we've been trying to do this at least once a month. And then I found out he has a half a day on Friday of school and no school on Monday. So he's going to get some extra space. So parents, I'm speaking to you. If your kid requires time and space, give it to them. If you have the ability to do that, okay? So you are receiving my frequency and energy, but you're also going to be receiving whatever energy you're meant to receive from his frequency and energy, okay? He is a light worker. He is a starseed, okay? So welcome. Welcome, welcome. How are you feeling? How would you sleep? My sleep was much better last night in the sense of I didn't wake up and stay awake. If you looked at my Garmin, which is fascinating, anytime I'm doing any upgrades or integrating or things in the higher realms, it shows stress on my watch when I'm sleeping. It's fascinating technology, how that can be. So I definitely was bouncing around. I literally felt like I was bouncing around from different either timelines or realms. I remember waking up or being, wow, throat chakra today. Wow. My apologies. I'm gonna put that behind me. Sorry. Gotta tell you about an experience that happened this morning too. So anyways, yeah, I felt like I was bouncing around and doing stuff, but not like in a bad way, but a very productive way. So again, in bed, like almost 10 hours, had an amazing meditation. And again, what I've been doing is listening to like different blocks of light language to get me into a deeper meditative state. I wrote down some stuff before bed last night, choosing to do some work in the moment and in my sleep, and already have chosen to step through the portals, because it is a triple activation today, triple activation portal day. And again, we've been in the portal energy for about 2 weeks, and we're going to continue to be in for the next couple weeks. So honor your body, move it when you feel like you have a little more energy, whether that's fitness or strength training or walking or yoga, whatever your jam is, whatever your body is calling you to do, to move it, or resting, because you are going to be integrating. Remember, the activation and the integration are equally just as important, right? Both are important in their own way. So honor yourself, honor the rest. So I had more energy today. In the past few months, I've had not a lot of energy because I am constantly getting activated and upgraded for a lot of reasons beyond my mind and ego. And I don't even understand, the team hasn't really been clear on any of that. So I'm constantly going through some form of activation and integration. Death and rebirth process. Activation, integration, death and rebirth process. This has just like been this entire year of the snake for me, but especially in these past few months, I would say in the past 3 months for sure. So my fitness, which I love to do, and we may talk about how I used that in a unhealthy way in the past, and now I don't. But I had more energy today, so I was able to move it. So I was guided to do a rebounding workout, a short one. And my workouts are anywhere from 30 minutes to 40 minutes, and maybe some stretching or mobility in there, including a warm-up. So they're still not intense like they used to be. Now, in the past, I used fitness as another form of self-abuse. And if you know, and you may be receiving this, and you're one of those people that are still using fitness as a form of self-abuse because you haven't done the deeper work and get to the root cause of why you're doing what you're doing. Fitness and nutrition are very important, for sure. And you can utilize these tools in your toolbox on your awakening journey. But what it's used, in the industry, what it's used for mostly is to just another form of self-abuse, a form of control. And again, that's just how it's been programmed into you. So you have to kind of deprogram yourself and reprogram it in a healthier way. And that's what I have been doing over these many past years, which has been a challenge because in 2010, I became certified as a personal trainer, group fitness instructor. I got all the certifications in a multitude of different ways, a nutritional coaching, health and wellness. I've evolved it to more of a healthier way than what it is usually presented currently. But I still wasn't, because I hadn't done the deeper work or the deeper healing, I had not stepped into the healthier version of that. And that's what I have been doing over these past few years, is kind of deprogramming and reprogramming. So I felt like I had a little more energy today, so I did a little bit of a rebounder workout, and I feel great. I didn't have a coffee this morning, not because I'm off of coffee. I just felt like I didn't need coffee. I just had my green powder with my watermelon water. I had some watermelon, I had some water, had my supplements. The kiddo and I are going to do some stuff today. We're going to celebrate this Lunar New Year. This year, the Fire Horse, we're going to go have a lunch date. And so we're going to do some other things together today, and just to celebrate and to share time and space together. So I wanted to get on here and get my content taken care of so we can be completely present with each other as much as possible. And yeah, so I highly recommend parents, if you have the space, give your children the space. If they need a day off once a month, don't wait till they're sick. Don't wait till the school gives them a day off. You say, okay, you can take a day off. And you can do whatever you want to do. You can create, you can play, you can do whatever you feel called to. And allow that. Allow that. That's moving forward, parents, grandparents, caregivers. We need to look at this system, and the system's going to change. The system's going to completely collapse, and it's going to change. I've been kind of that parent that's probably with the other people on the other side, because I'm a mirror. I'm a reflector. I'm an activator. When I get into these parent meetings, I'm the one that's like, I bring the fire. I'm in that sacred strength. I'm in there speaking and saying, okay, I know the system's broken. What can we do? How can we support? Because there are more and more kiddos that are coming up that you are going to see that are more quote unquote neurodivergent. And that's because they are born into with a higher state of consciousness. Their consciousness is in the higher realms. Okay? It doesn't fit into this, it's very dense earth. And you'll see younger adults now coming more awake to the fact that they are functioning in these higher realms with their consciousness, or their consciousness is in higher realms. Okay? And that doesn't make them wrong or different or bad or whatever labels we want to put, as we do as humans. We love to give labels to ourselves and to other people around us for whatever reason. So we have to look at the system needs to change. Okay? And when I have these conversations, we're having a very super conscious conversation, and whatever comes through, and we're talking a little bit of fitness, a little bit of rest days for your kids. So I've been saying it's so important for you as the adult to be resting when you have the space to, moving when you feel like you have the energy, and not doing it by force, but doing because you're listening to your intuition, you're listening to the consciousness of your physical body, your avatar, this beautiful technology that you gifted yourself, that your soul can enjoy, play, create, experience, all of the stuff, right? There we go. We got those. It's not super sunny, but the way the glare comes in, so I just leave it. I don't worry about all the tech shit. Whatever's here is here. Okay. What's important is you're receiving the words, the frequency, the energy, the codes, the activations, the reflections, the mirroring, maybe the triggering, whatever it is. You're here for a reason. There's no coincidence. Either you got curious or I landed in front of you, because there's a message here for you. There always is. And if the words aren't being received, you're receiving the frequency and energy that you're meant to receive in this now present moment on today, February 17, 2026, the beginning of the year of the Fire Horse, this new moon in Aquarius, this ring of fire solar eclipse, this triple portal activation. So you're going to be receiving those codes and those frequencies right here, right now. Do I know what they are? No, I don't. Cosmic Consciousness knows, Source knows, your team knows, I don't need to know. So I'll be doing some light language probably after I'm done with this video. So I just wanted to talk about a couple of things. So I have a few pages left in this journal, but I'm going to leave them and do some probably light language in them. But I just want to talk about whatever I feel called that came in yesterday, because there's a lot of different stuff that came through yesterday. All right. Remember, anything can happen right now. You can choose that right now, right? Anything can happen right now, okay? Say this with me. I am the infinite source all of the time, everywhere, in everything. I am the infinite source all of the time, everywhere, in everything. All right? You are everywhere. You are everywhere. All of the time. Right here, right now. You are a sovereign soul. Choose that right here, right now. I am sovereign, I am free. So a lot of just like light language stuff coming through. So we need to continue to have that radical honesty with ourselves in our situations, and take radical responsibility and stand in your authenticity. Embody your authenticity. Okay? You are perfect just the way you are. Now, we need to, again, going back to the health and wellness and the nutrition stuff, you need to stop chasing things to try and fix something, because you are not broken. You have never been broken. You've always been perfect. Okay? All right? I'm not saying those tools, they're tools. But if we start falling down the toxic rabbit hole of those, that's a problem. And usually it is tied to traumas, wounds, all of it. All right, there is a connection. So when you heal this up, you actually become really super disinterested in being hyper focused on the food and the fitness and all of that. You just eat what you're called to eat. You supplement when you're called to supplement, and you move in a way that your body feels like it needs to move. It's so fucking liberating. 1222, from coming from the background that I've come from. Again, these are just tools. Those are past versions of myself, but I still have the wisdom and the knowledge in the tools, right? So I still can use those for myself, or moving forward with clients, or if I'm practicing Reiki and things like that, to help people on this way, because they are tools. But again, we have to be very mindful. So let me tell you how freeing and liberating it is to not be so hyper focused on the foods, the carbs, the fats, the proteins, the calories, the numbers, the I gotta have this, I gotta have that, I gotta do this work, it even got to the point where I was unconsciously, and my subconscious was still running the program. So I really had to do a lot of work on that, with deleting those programs from the subconscious. I knew I was aware of the conscious stuff, and I was able to kind of slowly deprogram that, but it was the subconscious stuff that I really, really had to deprogram it. And I think part of that had to do with some attachments. Like I said, I don't like to give these, we have to have the negative. These things taught me a lot about myself. So I'm grateful for everything. That's what I want to talk to, if I don't forget to, going into my meditation last night and this portal and everything. So yes, I had an attachment that was keeping me distracted, and fitness and food was a big one. But I thank that attachment, that attachment, which was the low vibrational false light entity. And again, I don't want to, everything is necessary, okay? Everything is not happening to you. It's happening for you and through you, okay? So honor and thank those things. If you know or found out you had some form of entity or attachment or whatever, or yuckies or whatever you want to call them, thank it, because it's teaching you. 1414. So there's my 14s. Thank you, Source. So remember, you are perfect just the way you are. And remember, there's a lot of rambling and scrolling here. So if you enjoy this real, raw, authentic conversation, welcome. I love you. I see you. I am you. You are me. We are we are we. All right. It is also, was it 96th video of 111 days of FreQSpeak, of sharing my real, raw frequency and energy. And again, but I'm also doing tarot, and I'm also doing oracle cards, and I'm also doing sharing light language. So I think I have like 500 plus videos now on my YouTube. And when I started, I don't remember how many I had, which was very little. I remember I started out with, again, it's not about subscribers or anything. It's just about reaching people And I think I started out with 45 or 48 subscribers, and now I'm up to 200. Yay, I'm reaching more people. That's all I care about, is reaching other beautiful souls that are ready to receive the messages, the informations, the conversations, the frequency, the energy, the flavor, whatever it is, okay? All right, so you're perfect just the way you are, in all of your real, raw, messy, authentic self. So please remember that, beautiful soul. Please write it. Writing is so powerful, and speaking is so powerful. Yes, you can telepathically say it to yourself, but I find that writing it solidifies it in the field, and speaking it solidifies it in the field, and ripples out into other frequency now, other collective conscious, everyone else around you, whether you realize it or not. It's a big sonic wave, not a bad wave, but like a big ripple. Okay. So I liked Courtney and Zero's with the art of living. The authentic, so art standing for authenticity, responsibility, and trust. The trust of living. So standing in your authenticity, being radically responsible, trusting the process of this experience in living fully in your authentic self, in all of its messy, magnetic, magical, magnificent ways. All right. Let's see here. So you can say to yourself, I am having a spiritual moment in all of the time. So we're all having spiritual moments all of the time. It's not just when you're doing the meditation, or when you're doing the sound bath, or you're doing the class. Say to yourself, I'm having spiritual moments and experiences all of the time, in all of the present moments. I'm having spiritual moments when I'm exercising. I'm having spiritual moments when I'm cleaning my floors. I'm having those spiritual moments when I'm doing the laundry, when I'm driving my car, when I'm going to the grocery store. So look at every now present moment as that spiritual moment. All right? It will rock and change your world. I promise you. Okay? Everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. It is the all. All right? Source is wanting nothing more to have these human experiences, no matter what they are. All right? The experiences of the totality. And there's no judgment. There is no judgment. Remember that. Remember that this is a ripple effect. Okay? You saying yes is a huge ripple effect. Okay? And you saying no as well. Those sacred no's, those sacred yeses. Okay? So remember to ask Source, ask your highest, how good it can get on the other side of this portal. So if you want to do the journaling today, do it. Tell me, show me, how does that, through signs, synchronicities, through resonance, show me how good it can get on the other side of this portal. Okay? And do what makes you happy, what brings you joy, what brings you peace. All right? Okay. So I did write some stuff down. I did do a little bit of work after watching a super conscious conversation podcast last night. And basically what I did is I literally took a moment, went into I can get into a 0 point really quickly, and sent myself into the sun, and to create a solar flash, or send solar flash energy to planet Earth for the collective. While I was in there doing that, I was speaking. I wish I had hit record. I need to start maybe doing that more. But again, it's just like in the moment, because I was consciously in the state of speaking this light language while sending source codes back to Earth. It was so, I got so hot, and it was just so powerful, and it was loud. And again, in the moment, I'm thinking, man, I should be recording that, but no, we're not focusing on that. So just, yeah, so I kind of did that. And then I had a very amazing meditation where I had a lot of like electricity flowing through. I could feel my hands being activated even more, because I am a healer working with frequency and energy through my hands. All right. Remember, this is just a game. All right. You're the main character of your game. You're the programmer of your game. Okay. Do you remember? Do you remember who you are? All right. Do you remember all of the characters that you've played? All the experiences that you've had? All right. All the galactic and cosmic experiences, all the earth experiences. Okay. Do you remember that you're God's source energy? Right? You are the I am. Remember, beautiful souls. I remember now. Not later. Remember now. right? You remember your gifts, your abilities, your skills, your talents, your teachings, your wisdom, your knowledge, your skills. Remember all of it now. All right? I remember now. Say that, speak that. I remember it now. I remember all of it now. We remember it all now for our highest and best good, for the highest in service of the collective, right? We remember all of this for ourselves and for the collective consciousness, okay? Juicy stuff here. All right, and you remember this all for the highest and best for all, and harm to none. All right, and harm to none. So I can see clearly now. I can see clearly. So now, in every now moment, I see so clearly. I can't read my own handwriting. It's really big. I see so clearly now in every now present moment. It is time, beautiful soul. It is time to step up fully into your purpose. I know who I am. I choose to learn and to expand and to grow and fill in whatever else you want to fill in. I choose to be here to experience this human journey on all levels. So also remember, I chose to be here to experience this human journey on all levels. On all levels. Okay, some of us might be on like level 100 and we've mastered all the other levels through many different incarnations, okay? So if you heard of the solar flash, remember, it's not something that you're waiting for. So stop waiting for it. You are the solar flash. It happens within you. All right, remember that. The solar flash has happened now. It is happening now. And it happens through you. You are the solar flash. Not now, or sorry, not then, now. Not when, now. And this is for all humans. So this happens now. Full remembrance happens now. All right? Whew. Okay. So that was what came through yesterday. So some numbers that are just going to 222 just showed up. All right, so some numbers for confirmation, and just this is your again, just to solidify some key codes. 1 2 3 4. I also saw, was it 321 this morning? 14 14. We already said that. 14 44. 22. I actually saw 11 and 11. So when I'm doing a workout or using tech 22 44, I see a lot more numbers. My highest makes me pay attention to the numbers even more. And so it looked like it was like 111 calories and 111 like my heart rate. So my heart rate was like I had 111 and my calories were 111. So is that stacked 11 11? Or excuse me, 1 1 triple ones. 1 1 1 1 1 1. And then 17 17 and 2 2 3 3. All right. So that is your beautiful message today. So if you feel called to, you can go check out the light language that I will be posting today. I'm just going to sit and see what comes through. Maybe it'll just be codes, just like a universal. I will bring through the codes. The team will bring through the codes through my hollow bone, my vessel, because a human can only activate another human. So that's why you hear us speaking the light language. It's a cosmic consciousness collective. It could be, different streams of consciousness that are flowing through and channeling through, but you will be receiving those codes. You've already been receiving codes in this conversation. That's what I'm being told right now. You have been receiving codes. If you are here this long, you have been receiving codes and activations this entire time that you are ready to receive in this now present moment. Again, I don't know. You don't need to know either. Just know that you have been receiving codes and just see how you feel in the next few days. Maybe you feel something during this conversation. Maybe you'll feel something take place later on. But remember, you don't have to have a feeling or a sensation or a thing happen to know that you've been receiving this entire time. We get caught up as humans that we have to feel something or to see something or to hear something or to experience something for something to have happened. Just already know that it is happening and has happened. All right, that's the biggest message at this juncture right now. So just know that you have been receiving the activations and the codes that you were meant to receive, always for your highest and best good, through divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, divine wisdom, divine knowledge, and divine remembrance. So until next time, have a beautiful day. Love you. Bye.